Good morning. It's been full 3 weeks since my hysterectomy, and I'm finally starting to feel completely like myself. Meaning that, I still feel pulse and a bit of discomfort in the lower abdomen area. However, like 3-4 days ago, before my checkup, I have developed the fungal infection, and I think that has been giving me discomfort and additional swelling and pain in the stomach, which sometimes happens when you give a body a lot of antibiotics because it strips your body from everything, and then that usually makes you more open and vulnerable to fungal infection, and I do have a history of such. So that, and also since it's been 3 weeks post op, and before that surgery was on the third, if I were to have a period, I would be getting it like in the last 4 or 5 days. And interestingly enough, while there is no bleeding because the uterus has been removed and cervix has been removed, so the eggs are getting expelled into the abdominal cavity, and they're not getting expelled out of the body. They get reabsorbed by the body. But interestingly, I have felt all the symptoms of the period. So I felt a bit bloated, bit pain all over the body, lower back, my breath. So it's kind of very kind of interesting, while I'm still having my hot flashes occasionally. So it's kind of really interesting to have it, and this is the first one, right? So, and I feel now that is over. The fungal infection has been dealt with. I'm being treated for it, and exercises are going on quite well. So I feel that I'm finally kind of more coming to the way I usually feel, and I felt good enough, well enough to get my hair cut, got my manicure, got my lashes done. So it's like it feels, and to me these are things that are really, these are kind of self-care things that I feel when you take care of yourself. And see, I take care of myself internally through the food I eat, through hydration, through exercises, through meditation, through mental work, emotional work, release. So I do take care of my body really well in the physical sense, and I do take care of my body, or manifestation of my body, in the different aspects also of my mental health, emotional health, stress release. So that is my routine. And to me, taking care of the outside of the surface of your body through the hair, skincare, just the maintenance, nails, right? To me, that is another aspect of the self-care. And while it is superficial, while it is really superficial, I feel better when things are taken care of. I feel good when my skin is moisturized. I feel good when my hair is cut and trimmed. I feel good when my hair is colored. As you know, I've been coloring hair the day before surgery. So these are the things, this self-care and maintenance, to me personally, it's also an important part. And again, while it is superficial, while it doesn't mean anything, while it is like the most shallow aspect of self, but the fact is, and no one can argue this, that we are, as a people, we are very visual people. Many times we already prejudge somebody just by the way somebody looks. And again, never judge the book by its cover. It stands true. Having said that, when I do a self-care, I am not doing it for anyone else but myself, because it makes me feel good. And to me, it is as important. I mean, my internal self-care takes precedent and priority over the external self-care. However, one does not exclude another. To me, it doesn't mean that if I'm just working on my spirituality that I can walk any which way. I mean, people can, and it is fine to. I have no judgment. I have no prejudice about it. Having said that, for me, this is also important, and because it makes me feel good. So when I look and I know that I'm taking out the time for myself, I just feels good. So to me, to be able to get out of the bed and get it done, and get my hair done, get my nails done, it means that, okay, like the worst is behind me. I am starting to kind of get back into my old self, because when I wasn't. So this is just a little bit of bit of a rambling musings on pretty much that self-care is not only one thing over the other. Self-care is and should not only be external work. If you're just taking care of your shell, then there is the substance. Where is the rest of you? And the shell is perishable. Hair perishable, lashes perishable, nails perishable, skin, this life, this body perishable. What makes me me and what makes you you is what is inside. What is the content? What is your essence? So how well do you take care of your body internally? The food you eat, the beverages you drink, hydration, rest. How well do you sleep? What is the quality of your sleep? What else do you do? Do you exercise? What type of exercises? Do you have any injuries? How well are you taking care of? And then we are looking at your spiritual health, at your mental health, at your emotional health. Can you process your emotions? Can you release your stress? Are you connected to divine and your ancestors and to the other humans and everything around you? Do you see yourself as a part of something great? Do you live and walk your higher purpose? So if the answer is yes to all of that, remember, we are living in this world and in this human experience, and this human experience has ego, and that ego also requires some validation. That ego also requires a little pat on the back. And I satisfied through these things, because when I look at myself and I feel good about my nails, my hair, whatever, it's ego. It's ego. It's not my essence. It's not. But at the same time, I know it's ego. And it's okay, because I know this is not me. This is one aspect of me which is perishable, but it's there, and I take care of it. But I am much more. I'm much deeper. I'm much higher, and my essence is not perishable. My essence is growing, is improving. It is reaching. It's supporting. It is embracing. But since I am living in the human experience, and that human experience has an ego, I also, here and there, with the little shallow things, I give a little nod to it as well. Makes me feel good. And that's okay, because that is not the end or a beginning. It is just one aspect of self-care. So that is what I wanted to kind of share, that you can be working on your spirituality. You can be spiritually awakened. You can be sensitive and intuitive to energy. You can be medium. You can be all of that. You can know for a fact of higher soul and the journey of a soul and the spirit world and energy world. And that does not exclude you being in this world and taking care of this body inside as well as the outside. But you know there is more to you than just that. So just wanted to share this little rambling musing, I guess. But maybe at some point of time I'm going to get a little more detailed about this. But I think this is quite enough. So 3 weeks post-op, finally feeling like myself, and it is showing that I'm giving a little pat to my ego that we're good and we're back to walking this path while I'm still continuing to recover, rest, and allow the body to heal properly. On that note, love and light to all.